What if I told you that everything you think you know about ADHD is wrong? That the real secret behind ADHD isn't just about distraction or hyperactivity, but something much deeper, something that few people talk about. If you have ADHD, you've probably been told you just need to try harder or be more disciplined. But what if the real reason you struggle isn't about effort? It's about how your brain is wired to function completely differently. In this video, we're revealing the hidden truths about ADHD that most people don't understand, and how knowing them can change everything. ADHD isn't just about attention, it's about regulation. Many people think ADHD is just about getting distracted easily, but it's actually about regulation of attention, emotions, impulses, and even energy levels. ADHD impacts. 1. How we focus, difficulty with boring tasks but hyper-focus on interesting ones. 2. How we regulate emotions, intense reactions to minor things. 3. How we process motivation, struggling with tasks unless there's urgency. 4. How we experience time blindness, procrastination, and last-minute rushes. This is why ADHD feels like a constant battle between what you know you should do and what you can actually do. The dopamine deficiency that changes everything. One of the biggest secrets about ADHD? It's not just about focus, it's about dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's reward chemical, and people with ADHD have lower levels of dopamine, which affects 1. Motivation. Tasks that are uninteresting don't trigger a dopamine reward, making them feel impossible to start. 2. Impulsivity. ADHD'ers seek instant gratification because their brains crave quick dopamine hits. 3. Hyperfocus. When something is interesting, the brain locks in because it's finally getting a dopamine surge. Understanding dopamine is key to managing ADHD, not forcing yourself to focus, but working with your brain's reward system to make tasks more engaging. ADHD and emotional sensitivity. The hidden struggle. Most people don't realize that ADHD isn't just about focus, it's also about emotions. Many ADHD'ers experience rejection-sensitive dysphoria, RSD, where even minor criticism feels devastating. This leads to 1. Avoiding new challenges because of fear of failure. 2. Overthinking social interactions and assuming people are upset. 3. Intense emotional swings that seem out of nowhere. This isn't just about being too sensitive. It's about how ADHD brains process emotions differently, more intensely, and with less ability to regulate responses. ADHD and time. Living in, now, or not now. ADHD brains don't process time in a linear way. Instead of past, present, and future, time feels like now, or not now. This means 1. If a deadline isn't right now, it might as well not exist. 2. Starting a task too early feels pointless, but waiting too long causes panic. 3. The brain either ignores tasks completely or hyperfocuses until exhaustion. This explains why ADHD'ers procrastinate, struggle with deadlines, and feel overwhelmed so easily. Why ADHD'ers work differently, and that's okay. People with ADHD don't function well with traditional work or school structures. Sitting still, doing repetitive tasks, following rigid schedules, it's a setup for failure. Instead, ADHD brains thrive in environments that allow 1. Movement. Physical activity helps the brain stay engaged. 2. Creative problem solving. Thinking outside the box comes naturally. 3. Urgency-based motivation. Tight deadlines or high-stakes situations activate focus. Instead of trying to fit into neurotypical expectations, ADHDers need systems that match their brain's natural tendencies. The ADHD productivity hack that actually works. If you've struggled with time management, motivation, or focus, the key isn't forcing yourself to just do it, it's hacking your brain's dopamine system. Here's how. Make tasks rewarding, pair boring tasks with enjoyable ones, music, movement, competition. Use body doubling. Work alongside someone else to keep your brain engaged. Set artificial deadlines. Trick your brain into urgency by creating earlier due dates. Use timers and alarms. External cues help ADHD brains manage time better. Break tasks into micro steps. If something feels overwhelming, start with just one small action. These strategies don't fix ADHD, they work with it. ADHD is not a disorder, it's a different brain type. One of the biggest lies about ADHD? That it's just a deficit or disorder. In reality, ADHD is a different way of thinking, one that's built for 1. Creativity and innovation. Many ADHDers are artists, entrepreneurs, and inventors. 2. Quick problem solving. Thinking on your feet comes naturally. 3. Hyperfocus driven mastery. ADHD brains can deep dive into topics and skills like no one else. Instead of treating ADHD as a weakness, we need to embrace it as a unique way of experiencing the world. Final thoughts. The ADHD secret no one talks about. The truth is, ADHD isn't just about attention, it's about an entirely different way of interacting with the world. If you have ADHD, you are not broken. You don't need to fix yourself to fit into a system that wasn't built for you. Instead, by understanding your brain and using the right strategies, you can turn ADHD into an advantage. If this video helped you see ADHD in a new way, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more ADHD insights. And let's talk. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest ADHD struggle or strength?